This is another video in the series to complement Emma Toronto Provost Brian McElmoy's solo training playlist. This set of videos is specifically set up to give people multiple repetitions of drills they can do so they can follow along at home during a lockdown or times when they can't make a practice. Tonight, this video is specifically going to be looking at dagger strikes, and to build on a previous video where we did individual dagger strikes, we're going to do multiple dagger strikes, similar to a flurry when you come in with multiple lines of attack with a sword. So this is not strictly canon. This is a derivative of our training where we know from Fjord of the Berry that striking, and then it's commonly called as fishing, so coming out and pushing an elbow or coming across, underneath, or over top, allows you to then interrupt somebody's cover and then strike home. Going to add to that footwork and different strikes, and then we're going to step back out of cover. Starting out, the first pattern we're going to work on, we'll have our left foot forward, and we're going to step with the right foot as we come underneath for a satani. And we're going to step for a left foot as we use our left hand to push from left to right, going out towards the right wrist or the right elbow of an imaginary opponent and striking underneath the ribs on the other side. Then we're going to take our left hand and come across to their wrist or their elbow to come underneath the right side. Then as we step back, we're going to clear the line as we exit. Let's do that pattern slowly a few more times. Step with the right foot straight in as you come underneath for satani. Take your left hand and push across from left to right, having your foot land with the point of the dagger. Then sweep from right to left as you come in underneath the ribs on the other side. Once more slowly. And I should have covered the line as I exited. I'll do that next time. Right foot stepping in underneath for straight and satani. I visualize that coming through the belly button to the spine. Push left to right as we're coming under the ribs at an angle. Then taking the left hand and coming across as we come in the other side. And then I like to sweep across with the dagger as I exit. In case somebody is punching or kicking, I like to come across and clear that line as I get out. Let's do this one more time slowly. Passing step with the right foot for satani, straight at the center. Fish from left to right. Come underneath to the left. Fish from right to left. And come underneath to the right. And then exit, sweeping with one step, sweeping the other step, and then back to left foot forward. Let's do this 20 times in a row. Ready? Left foot forward. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 'I messed that up. Let's start again. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Now we're going to switch the grip to a point down grip. We're going to strike with the right foot. We're going to come in with the mandrita. So right hand strike. We're going to take the left hand. We're going to push from left to right. Come over top for reversey. And then indente. Sorry. We're going to come in with a mandrita, then push across, come in for reversey, and then come underneath, and then come in for a fendente. There we go. So passing with the right foot, coming in with the mandrita. We're going to have someone coming in and cover this wrist. We're going to push from left to right, across, come across with a reversey. Then we're going to take our left hand and come across from right to left and come in for the fendente. Mandrita, push, reversey, other side, fendente, and then clear as we exit. A couple more times slowly. 1, push, 2, push, 3. Clearing the line as we exit. We're going to do this 20 times. Ready? Left foot forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Grab a quick drink of water. We're going to go back to the point forward grip. We're going to build on the previous pattern where we were under to the center, and we pushed and went to the side, to the side. Now we're going to go back to the left side under the armpit, so a little bit higher. Push across under the armpit again, push across right into the throat. So it's center, left, right, throat. Each step going forward, we're bullying someone without a weapon. So this is very medieval, very savage, very brutal. This goes into the line of what we typically hear as the sewing machine attacks, where somebody's just coming in very suddenly, very quickly. Straight at the center, push left, push right, push left, right, into the throat. All right, upper chest, throat, whatever. So center, under the ribs, into the armpit, into the other armpit, suppressing across and down, straight in. So even in armor, you can get underneath, you can have a chainmail and Gabinson hanging down, you can get underneath that into the top of the thigh, right? You might be reaching out to lift that up and get under. So that's still a threat, even in armor. Armpits are still a threat, even in armor. Throat or face, depending on how good their gorget is and whether they have an open face helmet or the visor might be up. So part of this might be at the last action, reaching up, lifting up the visor and coming in. We happen to study within a period in which helmets had poor, some of the helmets had poor latch connection. So you could just flip up the visor, right? Regardless, let's go through this pattern a couple more times. Starting with the right foot step into the center, push with the left hand, push with the right, left hand again, the other side, armpit, armpit, throat. Then we're going to clear the line as we exit. There. Again, center, push left to right, push right to left, push left to right, put right to left, and then straight up the center, and then back. We're going to do this 20 times. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to speed things up a bit. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Grab a quick drink of water. One of the things we're doing is we're shifting our weight so that we're landing with the foot with each strike, which means that instead of having a jabby action with the hand, we're getting our weight behind it. With each of these new lines, we step again. Right? We're also suppressing and bullying someone. This is something we can do if we have a weapon and they do not, right? In another session, we'll look at dagger versus sword or spear, where the person with the longer weapon can bully the person with the shorter weapon until you get a cover. Once you get a contact on an incoming spear shaft or sword blade, now I can enter. At which point then if you retreat, then I'm going to climb up and follow you, right? Because that's my only safe option, is to enter in past the point where you can use the weapon, try to disarm you and or stab lock, key, or throw. Moving on. A minute ago, we were doing strikes from the ice pick grip, as we call it. Here in Guelph, we'll often call this point forward, and this grip downward or ice pick grip. So, just a minute ago, we were going right, left, center. We can also go right and then fish from right to left underneath. And as they come across, because their arm's going to come across to try to defend this arm, we're going to take our left hand out and come across left to right and then go high. And then as they come across to try to get on this elbow, then we're going to come across and come underneath. So the pattern will be right, left hand comes underneath, so low on the right, left hand comes across and sweeps left to right, reversey, left hand pushes again, we come underneath. So we have first attack coming in to the right, and then low on the ribs, so high, low, high, low. Once again, high mandrita, come underneath, low mandrita, come across, high reversey, push again, underneath. A low reversey, if you will. Now, typically we don't see these low strikes with the dagger. We see a high strike here and here. These are very, very short, so they're not extended out. They're very short, but when you get in close, then you have those targets. If you're familiar with the sword, there's also a play called high-low. There's an action that we nickname high-low that is similar to this. Regardless, let's go through this pattern a couple of times slowly. Left foot forward. Mandrita. Left hand comes across and pushes right to left, underneath. Left hand comes across and pushes left to right. Strike over top. Left hand goes above, left to right, and we come underneath. There we go. We come underneath. And then out, and then out. Again, mandrita. Left hand, right to left, low mandrita, under the ribs. Left hand, left to right, reversey. Left hand comes out over top, low reversey. Good. One more time, slowly. Mandrita, push, low mandrita, across, reversey, over top, push, and come underneath with the dagger. So this pattern is, like the other patterns, is an extrapolation. It's not canon, but it gives us multiple dagger strikes to practice 20 times in a row. Let's do that now. Ready? 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Keep in mind those low attacks coming in can come into the ribs, but they can also come into the leg. Come into there, can come into the groin. That's an unpleasant place to have that come in. So come into under the ribs, into the groin, into the leg. We got all those targets with lots of vulnerable things. Same thing for the other side. This could be under the ribs. This could be into the groin. This could be into the leg. This is a savage, wickedly sharp point weapon for ending fights. So in the context of the medieval art, yeah, it's a brutal tool. Moving on, we're going to conclude this session, and then I'll see you guys another time. I'd like to thank Recruit Mark for helping out today, and everybody, stay safe.